I thought that after every video I've made, after all 130 videos on my channel, that I had discussed and theorized everything to do about Acceleracers. Until one user by the name of Saif Hussain asked a very simple question. How did Sparky end up in the desert when he hit the EDR? And that got my brain clogging. I understand that question. The EDR, the emergency driver return, is designed to get you out of the realm when pressed, transporting you out of the realm through the wheel of power and back to where you started. So then, if that's the case, why didn't Sparky return to the Acceleracers? And why did he just end up in the desert? Well, I think the answer, like the question, is pretty simple. What happens at the start of Acceleracers? We see Tesla driving in the destroyed version of Hot Wheels City, failing to grab the wheel of power and crashing into the depths of what will be the drone's headquarters. Now what happens next? Well, RDL-1 chases Tesla down, threatening to kill him when Tesla presses a button which transports him back to the desert. Almost like this button was a prototype of the EDR. And from what I can gather, this happened before the racing realms even opened, because in order to enter Hot Wheels City, the portals have to be open, in which they close due to the opening of the realms. Which also means that not only did Tesla enter Hot Wheels City before the racing realms began, he also had an EDR. From this we can gather that you don't necessarily need the wheel of power to enter a realm to use the EDR. In this case, it also seems like the EDR had a default setting, and that default setting was in the desert. But where specifically? That default setting from the EDR is Highway 35. As we can clearly see, Tesla is near the Highway 35 sign after he presses his own EDR. So it makes sense that after perfecting the EDR, he can make it so that a driver can escape a realm. Let's also not forget that during the world race, just after the wheel of power was grabbed, what happens? All the drivers spawn outside Highway 35, where the Highway 35 sign is. So the wheel of power also has a function of returning you outside to Highway 35. So it seems as though Tesla has used one of these functions of the wheel of power to make the drivers return back to Earth. And finally, where does Sparky land after he presses Vert's EDR? Oh yeah, right outside Highway 35, near the Highway 35 sign. So in conclusion, the reason why Sparky landed outside Highway 35 when he pressed the EDR is because of Tesla implementing a function of the wheel of power to return the drivers to a default point on Earth. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts?